In this video, we're going to show you how to adjust your Shamma Trail Stars. Your Shamma Trail Stars are going to arrive in the mail completely laced like we have here. And then what we're going to do now is take you through the step-by-step process of getting them fitted exactly to your feet the way you want them. Step one. Step one is to loosen the straps. So that means all the straps. So you could start with the heel strap. I want to actually take that out of the loop so it's free. Then we're going to go to the forefoot strap, the Ultra strap. We're going to remove that from both of these loops on the front. There you go. So we start with it completely open. And then actually we want to take one more step, which is to bring a little bit of slack into the forefoot zone and the big toe section, because we want to start with them too loose rather than too tight. So here's how we can do that. We can bring strap either by pulling back and forth, wiggling it back and forth like that. Now I've got a little more strap there. And then I could do the same thing right here, wiggle back and forth. If you feel like that's too much work to do, too hard for you to do, you can actually push. You could just push the strap from the top and open it up on the bottom. There you've got the sole anchor. And then you can slide the sole anchor wherever you want. And in this case, I guess we want to move this slack that way, so we've pulled it back a little bit. Now we've got more strap there. Okay, so at this point, and we put the sole anchor back in, we've got plenty of slack. It's completely opened up. Step one's done. All right, now with the sandal fully loosened and opened up, we're going to take the foot. Imagine this is your own foot. And we're going to center it on the sandal. And this is key. We don't want to adjust our foot to the sandal. We want to adjust the sandal to the foot. So that starts by centering it. So we're going to put this thing on there. There we are. We're right where we want to be in the middle of the sandal. So when I say centered, I want the same amount of space on the front as I have on the back of the sandal. So relatively speaking, those are pretty close. All right, so we're on to step three, and now we're going to be adjusting the slack out of the forefoot section of the strap. Now the way this lacing system works is the strap is anchored to this sole anchor here in between the big toe and the second toe, and so we're going to pull our slack out this direction. So we got a little too much here, and I'm going to actually even take this out for a second. We're just going to walk the strap back and forth a little bit. Let's try putting this foot back in. Still, it's a little loose. We'll walk it back and forth a little more. It's still a little bit loose. All right, there, I think that's good. So what I'm shooting for is I want something when it's on your foot in terms of the right tension that you can still slide your foot in. You shouldn't have a really hard time. You should be able to slide your foot in and out. Maybe there's a little bit of grab on it, but not too much. And that's snug enough. So we're going to do the same thing with the forefoot strap. We're just going to take it like I did with the big toe strap. Just walk it back and forth. It helps to have the foot in this case. And we don't want it too tight, just kind of comfortably snug. All right, so we've done that. Pretty simple. Step four, we're going to be adjusting the tension in the forefoot section of the sandal. So we're going to start at the insole side of the strap, because the big toe is adjusted, and we're going to pull this slack here across the top of the foot from the insole side to the outsole. So we're going to go and we're going to wiggle that strap again like that. Okay, feels pretty good. Then we're going to take this strap and we're going to go back to the insole post and the insole loop. We're going to feed the strap through there and then go back to the outsole post and loop, and then we just push the hook and the loop down. Got it. Step four complete. All right, now we're on to step five. It's very easy. We're going to take the heel strap and we're going to go back to the insole post, and there's a loop there. We're going to feed it through that loop, and then we are going to tension it. This is an important strap for everyday adjustment. Most of the time when you're getting in and out of the sandal and you want to make adjustments, once you have this front section dialed in, you don't have to mess with it too often. You're mostly going to be controlling the tension of the sandal based off of this heel strap. And so I would highly recommend using that rather than going through all of that over and over again. And another fun little fact, just push the heel strap down like so, and you can typically slide your foot in and out of the sandal really easy, making it a lot more accessible rather than going through opening and closing the hook and loop each time. So there we have it. We have a fully adjusted Shamma Trail Star, and it's ready to go and all set for whatever adventures you have in store. All right, so just some final tips, some thoughts on how to adjust the sandals and get them set up to your foot so that they're optimally comfortable. The first one is that we don't want to over tighten the sandals because if they're too tight, then the strap is going to be pushing your foot around, and instead of the sandal working with your foot. So we want the sandal to complement your foot. One more little tip for adjusting the forefoot section of the sandal to your foot, especially focusing on the big toe section of the strap. We want the strap to be snug but not too tight, and each person is probably going to have a little bit of their own take on that, and you can try different things. But one of the things I recommend is make sure that the strap is, again, tight enough around the big toe that maybe there's just a little bit of drag, but not so much that you can't slide your foot in and out, your big toe easily in and out of the sandal. If you're having a hard time pushing your big toe through the loop without having to get in there and work on it, it's probably too tight, and I would recommend you loosening it a little bit. But some of you may want it a little tighter, and that's fine, but those are just my tips to you. All right, there you have it. That's the step-by-step process of lacing and adjusting your Shamma Trail Stars. I hope that was helpful, and I hope you have a lot of great adventures in your new Shamma Trail Stars. Happy trails. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.